Hello everyone, how are you all? I am not back from my break unfortunately, but recently I wanted to make this video, so I decided to do it. You read the title right. We are talking about Sasaengs. If any of you guys don't know, Sasaengs are obsessive fans, or stalkers who invade the privacy of Korean idols or other celebs. Like the definition, they leak idols' phone numbers, airplane flights, schedules, and even find their apartments. I'm going to discuss multiple points on Sasaengs, and I know this video won't make a dent to the behavior and these so-called fans wouldn't listen, but I still wanted to make a video about them. First point, their behavior. Sasaengs, to be honest, have a very weird attitude, and in general how they act is disgusting. On Twitter, they sell idols' phone numbers and thus how their phone numbers are leaked. I don't even know how they get their phone numbers in the first place, but in several lives, idols were seen getting phone calls from Sasaengs over and over again. For example, NCT Dream a year ago or so was on Live. Jino was getting tons of calls from Sasaengs, to the point wherein Jun had enough, took Jino's phone and confronted the Sasaeng.
여보세요? 그만하세요.
你吃了吗？10点。
I think Jino is a main target from Sasaengs in terms of phone calls, since I've seen him getting phone calls repeatedly on Live, leaking their schedules and flight numbers, causing them to get mobbed. They leak the idols' flight numbers, and even get on the same flight as the artists. It is really creepy. Imagine your stalker on the same flight as you and tracking your every move. The mobbing situations are really disappointing, and are way more disappointing during the pandemic, that I will talk about more in depth later. Several idols have expressed their feelings about Sasaengs and have said they are afraid of them. V from BTS spoke about it on Live.
이건 제가 대표해서 얘기해야 되겠지만, 저희가 이제 저희만 이렇게 비행기 이렇게 타는 걸 타잖아요. 그 전세기 비행기를 저희가 타는데, 사실은 우리도 비행기를 타고 싶지만 이제 장거리 비행이나 단거리 비행을 할 때 이제 저희가 타는 거를 이제 아시고 저희 앞자리나 옆자리에 이렇게 앉으시는 분들이 계신데, 아무래도 저희가 그런 사적인 공간에서는 마음 놓고 편히 못 쉬어서 약간 많이 불편했었어요. 솔직하게는 안 그래 주셨으면 좋겠어요. 네, 여기까지만 하겠습니다. 무섭죠. 네, 무섭습니다. 정말로.
Multiple members from GOT7 have posted about Sasaengs, telling them to stop invading their privacy. That is really disappointing to hear that the members themselves have to say that. 1. It shows that it is so bad, and they have to say it too. JYP protection and security isn't that good. Even though JYP has made lots of statements about taking legal action towards Sasaengs, JYP didn't have enough protection for them. Even though all the members have left JYP, that doesn't mean they disbanded, so please stop making rumors that they disbanded. JYP has to up their security. I mean, this photo explains it all. LMAO. Another thing, Sasaengs are not only in Korea. There are many cases of Sasaengs from other countries obsessing over K-pop idols. As lots of onces know, Nayeon from Twice has a very obsessive stalker, named Josh. Josh has threatened to kill Nayeon if she dates someone behind his back or secretly. Onces trended "Protect Nayeon" on Twitter. Some even messaged Josh about it, and thus when he revealed he would kill her, Prior to fans messaging Josh, there was an interview with him where he stated because before she starts dating someone else, she will obviously talk to me about it first. Fans expressed their concerns when it was announced Twice would be joining the Bubble app, and that Josh might message Nayeon. He even got on the same plane as Nayeon, and supposedly caused a mess. He was filed criminal charges by JYP but still planned on meeting her. This is really gross and upsetting. Poor Nayeon can't even live her own life peacefully, and can't even date someone without this dude leaving her alone. Not even charges against him stopped him. It went way too far. Sasaengs in general crossed the line, but Josh threatened to kill Nayeon. I feel so bad for her, and I hope JYP takes the extra measures to protect her and Twice. It's really scary and worrying. During their 1-month break in 2019, Jimin from BTS went on a trip to Paris. However, photos of him in Paris were released, making armies concerned about his safety. BTS already had to take care of Jungkook's dating rumors, and now had to take care of supposed stalkers following Jimin in Paris. It's even more disappointing when this was their 1-month break, and it was for them to relax, enjoy, have fun, meet up with their families, etc. Armies also said he was mobbed and followed in Russia during a trip with his friends. What was even gross was that a fan licked the toilet seat after one of the members. Supposedly Jimin used the bathroom on an airplane. My mind is blown right now, and I feel like to puke. Now, Sasaengs' attitude. You know, Sasaengs remind me of people who are mean to others, but once the same thing happens to them, they act all bratty, whiny and ignorant. And that's exactly what happened. NCT has lots of crazy Sasaengs, especially Yuta. Yuta's stalker tried to get on the same flight as him, but luckily security and other passengers stopped her from boarding the flight. In one case, Yuta had enough of Sasaengs and pointed the middle finger to them. Later on they started saying, "Oh, I don't like Yuta anymore, yet he's so mean he literally pointed the middle finger." To be honest, this is hilarious. Lameo. Yuta never liked you guys in the first place, so he doesn't care if you don't like him. I mean, he's probably glad. It's just really funny that now that they got the taste of their own medicine, they acted like that. Sasaengs have said that they are afraid of Yuta and Doyoung from NCT. Another case was when BTS were mobbed at an airport. V started taking photos and sticking his phone in a Sasaeng's face. Suga did the same thing, but instead recorded those around him. SM, BTS, and JYPs have really bad and so many Sasaengs. Sad part is the groups under those companies, and in general under all companies, don't have enough protection, and can't even do anything in peace. Chongmin and Eric from The Boys and Nancy from Momoland were seen together eating and drinking. It's really disappointing that they can't do anything in peace without people invading their privacy. They are old enough to drink, and Chongmin knew there were people spying and taking photos of them. In a photo, he was looking directly at the camera. He later apologized, but he didn't have to. He can drink. He's old enough to drink. He wasn't the one invading someone's privacy, and he wasn't doing anything wrong. Neither was Nancy or Eric. I could go on and on about cases of idols getting stalked and invaded by Sasaengs and Sasaengs' behavior, but this video would get too long. Second point, the mobbing. Since Sasaengs mobbing K-pop idols at airports is such a common and extremely disgusting behavior by Sasaengs, I had to put it as its own point. Also, since I have a rant about this, when K-pop idols come back from trips, flights, schedules, and those trips and flights are related to airports, most of the time they get mobbed. They get pushed around, cameras shoved in their faces, and phones in their faces trying to take photos of them. Some cases are so extreme and the artists even get hurt. One's case was in September of last year. Hypen got severely mobbed. At the time, the boys were only 14 years old. Nikki, the youngest, was literally only 14 when they got mobbed. They are so young, and it's even more disrespectful and disappointing because they didn't even debut yet at the time. Their schedule was leaked. And when they arrived at the airport, they were introduced to hundreds of quote-unquote fans and paparazzi. Sunu fainted. Heeseung was protecting Sunu to keep him safe. The members got pushed around. Nikki was falling behind from the members, and Jake even fell. And that's just not it. Sasaengs did this while we are in a literal pandemic. Pandemic. Another instance of mobbing was not even that long ago. Wavy arrived from a flight and like no surprise, was mobbed. It's really sad and it's even more upsetting because 10 fell and the people who mobbed them only give him space because he fell down. Any other case, no space whatsoever. Oh, we are in a pandemic? Nah, still gonna shove and push ourselves towards them. It's like they don't care about their own safety and artist safety. It's not that hard to keep yourselves at home, just for some pictures or videos of them coming from a flight and at an airport. I don't know if it's some sort of thing in Korea that the K-pop idols need to greet and get recorded at airports or something like that. If it is, then I'm not judging it or anything, but everyone deserves personal space and privacy. Especially in a pandemic where we can spread a virus so quickly even if you don't have symptoms. There are people losing their homes, their loved ones because people like Sasaengs aren't staying at home and doing whatever they want. Yes, at least they have masks, but being shoulder to others isn't safe. Just to meet your favorite artists? Just to sell photos online and earn money? We all want to get out of this pandemic. We are all sick of staying at home, so please stop mobbing K-pop idols because unfortunately there's got to be at least one person positive in that whole crowd. I don't want to admit it, but there's so many people that the chances of that happening is so high. The tests aren't even accurate. Even if people has the symptoms, sometimes the tests say they are negative until after a few tests. I'm sick and tired of staying at home, not able to go outside, not being able to learn properly and have a normal life before because people can't follow the guidelines. And I'm not saying it's only Sasaengs. I'm also saying this to everyone in general. You are risking your life, the other people around you, the artist's life, and believe it or not, everyone's life around the world. If you don't realize what you are doing is wrong, and stop mobbing people, we aren't gonna get anywhere in this pandemic. Yeah, okay, we got vaccines, but we got vaccines doesn't mean they will work since there are side effects, and we don't have enough vaccines yet. I may be ranting about this topic in the wrong video, but it connects to these supposed fans endangering people's lives and being in large crowds of people. There's probably gonna be someone in the comments saying, then why aren't your favs staying at home and not traveling? I don't know either, but at least they are following the guidelines while traveling. At least they know what they are doing and aren't taking this pandemic as a joke. I agree, like they shouldn't be traveling, but I'm not their parents. What they do is what they do. I'm only their fans, not someone who controls them. When you got work to do, you have to do it. If you are safe while doing what you have to do, then that is okay. But being careless and not doing the right things is wrong. Even before the pandemic, mobbing was a severe problem at airports. Some of you have probably seen the crazy videos of fans touching the idols. The bodyguards pushing fans so they can't touch or get near the idols. There isn't much to say about this topic since I've mentioned some of the incidents in the first point, but the mobbing is disgusting and disrespectful. Final point, they are not real fans. Obviously, Sasaengs aren't real fans. You aren't real fans if you invade the privacy of others. Ignore them when they tell you to stop and just cross the boundary. Touching K-pop idols at airports is disgusting and such a bad behavior. Like, why would you touch them? We all deserve our own privacy. Clearly it makes the artists feel uncomfortable, finding their damn apartments, making them move to a new place because you had to find where they lived. It's very creepy and disrespectful. Two Sasaengs were waiting in front of Baekhyun from EXO's apartment door. Baekhyun posted a long message on Bubble about the situation. Two female individuals, Sasaengs, were just in front of our house and floor after I finished my schedules and came home. Thankfully I was with my manager, but during that moment I was scared. How did they find out? You can't even see what floors people are going to from outside our apartments. And we never rode the same elevator together. Did they look through all the mailboxes? Many thoughts cycled through my head that made me feel anxious. Also, I remember faces well, right? One of the people had a mask on, but it was someone I had seen before. They said they wanted to support me, but they have two faces. I was really hurt. Those two would probably see this, right? I'm begging you. Please protect my privacy. I beg you. Baekhyun clearly states he was very scared and who knows what could have happened if his manager wasn't with him at that moment. I feel so bad for him, and he was probably traumatized from that. Don't want to give you guys nightmares, but I wouldn't be able to sleep without knowing there are people who know where I live and are probably standing right in front of my door. It's incredibly disappointing and I hope SM protects Baekhyun. Don't call yourself fans if you are going to traumatize and not listen to what your favorites ask. True fans would listen to them. I don't even know what's the point on being so obsessive. They are human beings too, you know? You should be glad they are being quote-unquote nice, cause I would for sure not let you guys mob me or find my apartment and let you go easily. Adding on to Sasaengs not listening. Sasaengs don't listen to their idols. I have said this multiple times in this video, that they don't respect idols' wishes and don't listen to them. Come on, just admit it that you don't want to respect people's wishes and want to get up all in their faces and ruin their lives. Also, there's sudden two sides like Baekhyun stated. They say they will not do something, but then they do it. For instance, when Jin from BTS was recording Law of Jungle, when he arrived, he was severely mobbed at an airport. When he came back from a boat ride or something, hundreds of fans were saying sorry to him, but seconds later, he gets mobbed again. What was the point of saying sorry to him when you are going to do it again? There are way more incidents of Sasaengs such as EXO almost getting kidnapped, BTS getting chased, etc. Obviously this behavior is unacceptable. Like I said in the beginning, I know this video won't do anything at all to their behavior. Why would they listen to me when they don't even listen to the people who they are hurting? LMAO. It's really sad. Anyways, stay safe everyone, and I'll see you all next time.